This is Deliver at All Costs. It's an arcade mission based game where you have to deliver certain goods to certain people or places, and these will be difficult. Some of them will be just fun for arcade purposes. The game has lots of different gameplay mechanics to offer, lots of different mission types. Along with all of this, it has destructible environments. It's from a top-down view, which makes it interestingly hard to actually drive. Now that is scripted, I didn't do anything, didn't actually touch W or anything scripted event. And I know older cars are less good to drive, you know, the handling's a bit more worse, but it's not this bad. This car feels, and not just this car, the driving in general feels very like your handbrake's pulled halfway up. That's how this driving feels. So you will turn an inch to the left or right and your car will just go full drift mode. You can play this on controller. It is recommended to play this on controller, and I didn't do that. It shouldn't affect it this much. The driving is meant to be hard, it's meant to be difficult. If it wasn't, this game would be easier, and it's not that easy. There's lots of environmental stuff in the way, so when you're going from A to B, there might be something on the ground that you've got to avoid. There might be a ramp, or there might be a full-on building you could just crash straight through and go to your objective destination. This game forces a lot of lore on you, like a boatload. Even from the very second you start the game, there's so much lore, and then you go to somewhere and there's so much more lore. So much, you know, voice acting. The voice acting is very good in this game. There's so much animation, cutscenes, which, you know, you don't expect for an indie game like this, so they're happy times. But the rest of it, the dialogue, and, you know, I just want to play the gameplay. And it's saying that I've got to do A, B, and C, talk to A, B, and C, listen to the dialogue of A, B, and C. I don't want to do that, I just want to play the game. That did make it increasingly less enjoyable. But that being said, there's still fun to be had in this demo. There's a lot of different gameplay mechanics which the game totally doesn't need, but it has, and it does make it more cool. This is just an example of one mission type, and it's very arcadey. So you have a box of fireworks, you've got to put them in the boot of your truck. And then when you start driving, these fireworks actually go off, you know, they explode. And these will fall on the ground. You have to avoid them. If your car hits them, the tyres will go out. It's super easy to repair the car. You just get out and press E. But it's interesting, you've got to avoid these things. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's very arcadey. But it adds a nice twist, so it's not just driving from A to B. You know, you've got all these things now, different mechanics too. And this is just one mission type. There's a lot of different mission types, and most of them will change the driving in some way, shape or form. I will quickly just mention the level design, or more specifically the environmental level design. It's very amazing. I wouldn't expect this kind of level design ever in an indie game, but it's right here. There's a lot of environmental stuff, forests, you know, dirt roads, even just the buildings, even just one road. It's so well thought of and it looks beautiful. A strange mechanic will be that pedestrians can get angry at you, they can take you out of the car, they can also punch you. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's in the game, it's just like, yeah, that's okay. It doesn't make any sense, nothing further happens, they just randomly run up to you and punch you. Like, why? The map isn't all about missions though, there are stuff to do during the map, you know, your downtime. So this is a place where it's like a binocular place, you know, you see those in some cities, very olden times now. And, you know, you can get a nice screenshot, you can actually control your character while in these too. So just look at this, this is a beautiful moment right here. The next mission in the demo, you will have watermelons in your trunk, and every time you accelerate too fast, turn a corner too fast, they will go out of the car, and at the top you can see how many is in the car. It's the black number, and the red number is the minimum required to complete the mission. If you fail the mission, there are checkpoints. I don't know if I show them, but I'm pretty sure I do. So you can see there's 22 watermelons in the car, and then I end up failing it. This scenery, by the way, is amazing. I end up failing it, and it takes me back, and then I have more watermelons than I originally started with, so they're like generous checkpoints. This specific location is probably one of the best ones in this game that I've found. It looked so amazing, it was fun to drive through, and it was just nice to look at everything. The car handling might have been a little bit better too because you're going less fast. The game will always have mechanics to throw at you, whether that's through driving or through the beginning or the end of driving. For example, this is the destination I have to get to, and it just sucks the watermelons out of the trunk. I think it like cleanses them or cleans them, or it does something to them, and then you've got to pick them back up in the trunk. I didn't know that, so I ragdoll. And this is one example for one mission type. There's a lot of different ones. Ladders is one that's in this game. You can use ladders. I wouldn't even expect, like, why is that a mechanic? But it's cool that it is a mechanic. This whole thing that I'm playing, by the way, in the bottom right, it says demo. This demo is available on Steam. You can just click the link or search for it on Steam. You will find the demo to play. I recommend playing the demo. There's a lot of forced stuff that makes this game less fun. There's lots of arcadey moments, which is cool, but I don't think it necessarily makes it more fun to play. Like, I don't think I had too much fun playing this game. Too much forced dialogue, too much story. I'm just trying to play the game. And lots of scripted events, which wouldn't really happen, but they're scripted, so they do happen. They're reversing at the very start of the game. I was like, why? Like, you can be driving for so many years and this mistake would never happen. It doesn't really make sense, but it's whatever. This game will have an audience for people, as every day is basically a mission. So you or a few missions, and you start the day, you know, you have to get changed, and maybe there's some mail you will read before you're heading out, and then you head out, do your day, you come back home, and whatever. There's so much stuff. There's not just gameplay. I don't like that about this game. Some people might enjoy that. I didn't. I don't think too many people surely will, but it doesn't matter. If you think you will enjoy it still, try it out. You know, the demo's free, and all this forced lore will get put down your throat. And if you don't mind it, you enjoy the game, pick it up when it launches. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for your time. Links are below for the demo, and goodbye.